What's going on, Moonlighters? Welcome back to another video where today we are talking about Mario Kart Wii. Now this is the Mario Kart game I feel I have the second most experience with, thanks to my aunt and my uncle trying to sit down and beat it with me. Speaking of which, Uncle Jay, if you're listening, I really forgot how to do the tricks with the GameCube controller, so please help me. Anyways, this game, upon revisiting, was a lot harder than I remember it being. You'll see me try and struggle in a few spots here on just 100cc. But honestly, it was really just a plain and simple Mario game. It's not a very notable game, there's not a lot about it that was very interesting, and it's one of those games where if it didn't exist, I wouldn't be upset, but even though it did, I wasn't mad about that. It's just exactly what it calls itself, a Mario Kart game on the Wii. It felt like it was lacking a lot, but it also did great with what it had. It was just experimenting with the Wii's motion controls, and so it was fun to do what it was, but honestly, it could have been better. This game was famous for a number of reasons, but honestly, the thing it's most famous for is most of its cut content. People claim to have found concept art for prototypes of Luigi's Circuit, Dry Ruins, and things like Magic Koopa's bike and Lakitu's cloud, and just different various assets and versions of certain vehicles in the game. Things like that were circulating online for a very long time. There were different versions of the HUD, and there were things that you would have seen instead of what you end up with in the final product. There were early versions of the Wii Wheel icon. There were small pieces of tournament information just leaked throughout the source code, and people kind of went and found it and put it out there online. There were smaller changes, most of which were just little banners and such that were changed, and small palette swaps. There were just a lot of interesting changes and things that didn't make it to the end of the game, which honestly sucks, because if we had gotten some of the content that I recently found while trying to make this video, it would have been a much different game, and it might have even been more fun and had more replay value. Things like seeing Magic Koopa or Lakitu as playable characters in this game probably would have made amazing additions. Another thing this game is really notable for is its speedrunning community. People found hundreds of different ways to cheat their way across some of the tracks in this game. Everything from skipping around certain rocks to just launching off of objects in the game. Honestly, it was very interesting, and it really changed the way that people were speedrunning Mario Kart at the time, and even now there are people who hold world records for some of the tracks in this game just because they found little things launching off walls. Chances are a lot of people were probably visibly confused and slightly upset with the move from Mario Kart Double Dash to Mario Kart Wii. Especially with the cult following that Mario Kart Double Dash holds today, chances are there were a lot of people who really wanted that game to be a follow-up to Double Dash. And with it being so different and yet more plain than ever, it probably really just did not meet their expectations in the way they were hoping. Like I said, this game was by no means a bad game, but it was also by no means a great game. It had a lot of things that you could exploit. It had a lot of cut content that probably would have made the game a lot better. And honestly, it's just not really a game that I would go back to all the time, unless there was a legitimate reason, or I had some friends over and wanted to play it. Because if I wanted to play a Mario Kart game, I could honestly go to something older or something newer and get the same experience that I would out of Mario Kart Wii. With everything being said, honestly, Mario Kart Wii is just that, a Mario Kart game on the Wii. It's mostly mediocre, and it feels like it's lacking a lot of things, but it's not a game that I hate. I give it a solid 7.5 out of 10 for the memories that it holds, but I feel like it had a lot more potential that it just missed because they were rushing to put out a Mario Kart game on the Wii. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Woah!